Hello, and thank you for your time today as we discuss 5 keys to long lasting success. I really appreciate your 15 minutes that you're giving to me. Hi, I am Reverend Mike Wankwa of Apogee Leadership Group, LLC. The contents for today include the definition of success, 5 keys to long lasting success. We will review 5 of the keys. There are more, but these 5 really resonate with me. Questions that I will ask of you, and then a call to actions. So let's go right into the definition of success. Well, according to Oxford, the definition of success is the accomplishment of an aim or a purpose. The accomplishment of an aim or a purpose. According to Napoleon Hill, it's the attainment of a definite chief aim. But understand the second part of this definition: without violating the rights of other people. And then my own definition is it's the act of fulfilling your calling, discovering and actively working to achieve your purpose or chief aim in life. I put it that way because some of us have a life calling, and it would take a lifetime to fulfill our purpose. So as long as we're actively fulfilling it, then we are successful. But it has to be like Napoleon Hill stated, in that we do it without violating the rights of other people. So we have 3 definitions on the page, and I think they all are important. Pick your favorite one. They all resonate with me. Now that we've defined success, now let's talk about, well, how do we obtain success? Well, key number 1 is fulfill your purpose. Discover your purpose, embrace it, and live it. Oh, I like the book, What Color is Your Parachute? I like this book because, well, yes, it's talking about job hunting and career change, but it's also about figuring out who you are as a person and what you want out of life. See, if we know who we are and what it is we want out of life, then we have a greater chance of discovering our why. Why do I exist? What's my purpose? What is it I'm supposed to be doing? You may be asking yourself, how do I do this? That's a great question. A great question. Let me suggest that we make a list of 10 things that we would do if we were not encumbered by work. Right. If we had all the money and all the resources, what would we do as our life calling? What would those 10 things be? What 10 things do we really like? And after we make the list of 10, get rid of 7 of them and really focus on 3, the top 3. Now, this may take some of you 10 minutes, others it may take 10 days or more. But once you have that top 3, really meditate on it, think about it, and choose only one. Let the other 2 fall by the wayside. What is that one thing that surfaces at the very top? And then ask yourself, why that one? Why did this one, out of all the 10 and the last 3, why this particular one? It was Simon Sinek, who works with a lot of companies as a consultant, who said, start with why. You see, they came to him needing help with what it is they're going to do and how they're going to do it. And he said, no, start with why first. Why does the company exist? Why this particular product? Why would customers rather want to buy from you? And the same applies with us. Why are we here? Why did I choose that one? Maybe that's a passion of mine. Maybe I see a great need out there that needs to be fulfilled. Maybe there's a problem that needs to be solved. But once we understand that one and why we chose it, we may discover that that may be connected to our purpose. You see, our purpose gives meaning to life. You know, it would be sad if I were called to be a composer, but I never composed. And then at the time of my departure, what's written on my tombstone is, here lies the greatest composer who never composed. Start with why. Understand your purpose. Embrace it and live it. That's first key for long-lasting success. Well, the second key is simply establish a positive mental attitude. Easily said, more difficultly done. Napoleon Hill said, keep your minds on the things you want and off the things you don't want. Oftentimes we attract a lot of negativity because we're focused on the wrong thing. We're focused on those things that we don't want to happen as opposed to what we do want to happen. Realize that you are a star in the eyes of our great Creator. And as a star, keep your minds on those things you want to attract into your life, not the things you want to reject. Yes, I understand situations will come up. Negative circumstances will happen. I'm in the middle of one myself, but I can either react to the situation or I can respond to it. Joyce Meyer said, let your emotions subside before you decide. That's a response. Grandma would say, hey, count to 10 before you do anything. See, that's a response, not a reaction, a response. John Maxwell said, the most attractive people I know have an attractive attitude. And he went on to say, who you are is who you attract. If we want positive things in our lives and positive people in our lives, then we have to be positive people. If you squeeze a tube of anything, whatever's on the inside will come out. And it's the same with life. And we ought to fill ourselves with so much positivity that when we are squeezed by the vicissitudes and vacillations of life, positivity comes out. Why? Because positive people are more successful than negative people. They are, because they keep their eyes on the prize. They know what they're wanting. They're keeping their minds on the things that they want. They are not allowing these distractions to get them off course. As Reverend Dr. Rebecca Stitt would say, watch out for weapons of mass distractions. You are a star. Establish a positive mental attitude and keep your mind on the things you want. Let's go on to number 3, which is so critical. Do the work. Do the work. We have a lot of dreamers, not enough workers. Some people dream about success while others wake up and they work hard at it. Don't you know we reap what we sow? So we're going to get out of life what we put into life. I like what the gospel according to Luke 6:38 says. Give and it will be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, overflowing. Oh, there's more to it. Read your favorite translation, but basically what it is saying is with the right attitude and the spirit of generosity, we will get much more out of life than what we put into it. We will get a return from what we're putting into it. So when we do the work, we will be rewarded. Dr. John Maxwell said everything worthwhile is uphill, meaning that if it's worth having, it's worth working for. But some people believe that they can have success overnight. Ray Kroc of McDonald's said, I was an overnight success, all right. But 30 years is a long, long night. It took him 30 years to reach the success he had. And not only him, but also Patti LaBelle said that it took me 20 years to become an overnight success. Unleash your creativity. Envision where you want to be. Envision your success. Then set goals and establish milestones to get there. But take the first step by doing the work and take another step by doing more work. And understand that for us to be successful, we have to do more than what's expected of us. And right where you are, wherever you're working now, put the work in. Do more than what's required. Others will see it, and eventually you will be rewarded. That's the way our Creator designed this world. And you can become an expert in the field you're in or the field of your choice. It takes about 5 years to become an expert in anything. If we would read, if we would study, if we would attend seminars and take classes, find mentors, if we keep trying to become the expert, in about 5 years we will be. And it's the experts who are highly rewarded. You see, if you know where you are and where you want to be, your subconscious mind will help build a bridge or a map to get you there. But you must do the work and begin. Do the work. Do the work. Let's go to 4th key. The 4th key is about perseverance. Keep going no matter what. No matter what, just keep on going. You see, perseverance is a major key. Just keep on going. While persevering is no guarantee of success, there can be no success without it. The going will get tough. Will you keep going? Edmund Bain said, I enjoy what I do every minute of the day, even when the going gets tough. Why? Because he's operating in his calling. He's fulfilling his purpose. So it helps him to keep going. Thomas Edison kept going. He wanted to become a great inventor. He didn't have a formal education, but he taught himself. It took him over 1,000 times to invent the light bulb. So he found 1,000 ways of how not to invent the light bulb. Colonel Sanders knocked on over 1,009 restaurant doors before he finally found a buyer for his now famous KFC chicken recipe. Henry Ford was bankrupt. He was broke and penniless 5 times before Ford Motor Company became a great success. They kept going. And we have to discipline ourselves to keep going no matter what, to unleash our creativity. The ideas will come. Our subconscious will bring it to our conscious if we keep going. Even if you're not a creative people, if you persevere, those ideas will come because you're keeping your mind on what you want and not on what you don't want. We're going to learn as we go, and sometimes we will win. Other times we will learn. Learn from our mistakes, incorporate the learning, and keep going. I like what Winston Churchill said. If you're going through hell, keep going. Now's not the time to stop. You come too far. You're in the storm. You keep your enthusiasm, but you keep going. You persevere. Keep going, no matter what. This is a major key on the road to success. But that's not it. Let's get to the 5th and final key for today. That final key is to have faith. It's to have faith. See, when you've come to the edge of light and when you come to the edge of all light that you know and you're about to drop off into the darkness of the unknown, faith is knowing one of 2 things will happen. There will be something solid to stand on, or you will be taught to fly. People like Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King understood that. This is why he could do that so famous speech, I have a dream. But not only him, it was people like Napoleon Hill and Les Brown that understand where there's a will, there's a way, because whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. It takes faith to really embrace that. They understand and understood that opposition will come. It'll come from within our own minds, our own hearts, our own emotions, in our family, our neighborhood, associates at work, or it'll come from the outside. But they expected it and they were prepared. So it is with us. We expect opposition to come and we get prepared, having faith that our Creator will make a way, even out of no way. There are so many people that have gotten to the edge of the cliff and they were afraid and they stopped and they turned around, rather than like the other successful people before them. They had the faith to keep going and they learned how to fly. People like Truett Cathy of Chick-fil-A, Dave Thomas of Wendy's, J.C. Penney of his namesake, Sam Walton of Walmart, Dolly Parton of country music fame, Henry Ford, Earl Nightingale, John Maxwell, Brian Tracy, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Bishop T.D. Jakes, and I could go on and on and on. They believe that there is a supreme being working on their behalf as they pursue their calling. Faith is often what separates the barely successful from the exceedingly successful. Have faith. Well, let me wrap up with this. What is your purpose? Will you embrace a positive mental attitude? And are you willing to do the work? Will you commit to perseverance? And do you have faith that God will help you? Those are the 5 keys to success: purpose, attitude, work, perseverance, faith. So what goals are you willing to set to reach your purpose? Who will help you get there? We don't arrive alone. And do you have a personal growth plan? People get to success intentionally, and they have a personal growth plan. If you're ready to take action, You can contact us at the email address on your screen or call the office at 216-766-5724, and be sure to visit us at AppleGLeader.com. Thank you for your time today. I look forward to seeing you at the top at the Apogee.